Good morning, dear students. Today I will be taking the remaining portion of the animal kingdom. In that, till the mollusk I had finished. So, from Orthopoda, I am starting today in this class. Orthopoda, orthos means jointed and pors means legs. Those animals which have got the jointed legs, chiefly they belong to this phylum. Now they differed from annelids and mollusks. The main reason is that there is a presence of exoskeleton made up of chitin. You would have observed the cockroaches. Over their body surface there is a hard covering and it is made up of chitin and their legs are jointed. These are the two basic features which made the Orthopoda differ from annelid and mollusk. Then there is a presence of organ system level, means there are the organs present. Triploblastic body is divided into three: ectoderm, mesoderm, endoderm. Metameric segmentation is present. That segmentation arises through the metameres. I had sent you certain specimens. In that I had sent you one animal belonging to the Annelida, that is the leech, and there you can clearly observe the metameric segmentation, how the body is divided into segments, that is the true segments, by the metameres present over the surface of the body. Now body is divided into three regions, mainly head, thorax and abdomen, and there is a cephalization procedure, that is head and thorax region is fused in case of orthopod. Digestive tract is complete and the circulatory system is of open type, that is the blood flows in the open channels. Excretion by Malpighian tubule. There is a special structure called Malpighian tubule. Through them the excretion is there, and there is a presence of compound eye. Children, compound eye I will be telling you when I will be telling you about the cockroaches. They have got the compound eye, that is the mosaic vision is there in them. Eyes is divided into number of compartments and in each compartment the image is visible. So these are the important features of Orthopoda. Now there is a sexual dimorphism, male and female sexes are separate, and Palaemon or the prawn is the example of phylum Orthopoda. Next is the phylum Echinodermata, and in the Echinodermata, that starfish you have seen in the lower classes, this is chiefly marine and organ system level is there. Adults are radially symmetrical, they have star shaped body, so they are symmetrical from the radius. Then larvae, there is a larvae bilateral symmetry. Larvae have got the bilateral symmetry, whereas adults have radial symmetry. Exoskeleton is calcareous, made up of calcareous spicules, and they have got the spines. Respiration by the peristomial gills. There are gill-like structure. They have got the pouch like structure, they are called as peristomial gills, and they possesses the power of autonomy and regeneration. There is a complete regeneration process in the echinoderms. You know what is regeneration. Phylum Hemichordata, another phylum Hemichordata is there, and these have got the different type of origin of the notochord than the chordates, so that is why they have given the separate phylum. They are the worm-like marine animals, and organ system level is there. Body is divided into proboscis, collar and the trunk. In your book the diagram of is given for the Hemichordata. Please see, it is clearly labeled there. Circulatory system open, example is Balanoglossus. And why they have given the this separate phylum? Because notochord is of different origin than the chordates. So here we are finishing with the Orthopoda, Echinodermata and Hemichordata. Now the next is the phylum Chordata. Chordata, children, you should know that what are the chordates characteristics. What are the chordate characteristics? For example, they possesses the firm supporting skeletal rod, which is called as notochord. There is a presence of rod like a structure called notochord. Important features are presence of hollow or tubular nerve cord and the rod like notochord and the pharyngeal gill slits. Children, in the pharynx region there are the gill slits present like this, and they are called as pharyngeal gill slits, and this is the important feature of the chordate. Three things, that is a nerve cord present, notochord present, and pharyngeal gill slits are present. Now chordates are divided into three subphylum. First is urochordata or tunicata, second is cephalochordata, and third is vertebrata. Now urochordata, in them the body is asymmetrical, sac-like and closed in leathery tunic. That is, their body is closed in the tunic like a structure. In your book it is given the diagram that of the Herdmania and all. You just see that, you will be able to understand. No trace of noto or nerve cord in adult, and the no trace of noto and nerve cord both in adult condition. It means that in adult condition these notochord and nerve cord are replaced. Sessile they are singly arranged, not in colony. Then after that filter feeders are there. Retrogressive metamorphosis means larva has got the better adaptive characters than the adult stage. This is called as retrogressive metamorphosis. Example, Herdmania. Second is cephalochordata. They are the fish-like chordates. Look in the diagram, they are the fish-like. Notochord and nerve cord extends along the length of the body. Gill clefts are better developed, and the myotomes are present. Myotomes are set of muscles which are innervated by the single spinal nerve, so they are called as myotomes. So cephalochordates, fish-like body, notochord and nerve cord throughout the body, gill clefts better developed, and myotomes are present. Vertebrata, you are familiar with this. Notochord replaced by vertebral column, that is the backbone, so they are called as vertebrates. Then body divided into head, neck, trunk and tail. Central nervous system well developed. Heart 2, 3 or 4 chambered in various animals. Blood vascular system is of closed type. Pharyngeal gill clips are few. Then after that 2 pairs of appendages, whether fins or limbs, and well developed digestive tract, excretion and osmoregulation by kidneys. So these are the chief features of the vertebrate. Now when we are looking towards this, that is the vertebrate, in how many divisions they are divided. First is agnatha, that is lag jaws, and gnathostomata, those who bear jaws. So one, that is lag jaw, agnatha. In that class, first is cyclostomata, and in the cyclostomata these are the ectoparasites on the fishes, and they have got the elongated body and cartilaginous rings are present. Example, petromyzon or lamprey. Children, please remember the example also of the particular subphylum or the divisions. Then gnathostomata, they bear jaws, and they are divided into 2 superclasses, Pisces and Tetrapoda. Pisces, they bear fins. Example, Chondrichthyes, in that the cartilaginous fishes will come. For example, Scoliodon. And in the Osteichthyes, bony fishes will come. For example, Labiorohita. So superclass of the Gnathostomata, first is Pisces and second is Tetrapoda. Tetrapoda, they bear limbs. Classes are Amphibia, you know about that. Reptilia, these characteristics already you have read in the lower classes. Aves or the birds will come, and after that mammals. Important characteristics already you have read, children. So general characteristics are required in your course. So I have given all the general features belonging to the respected phylum, subphylum and divisions. So till here you go through with your book. Take the help of these keywords and the notes which I am sending, and in case if any problem is there related to that, you please ask your problem. I will be arranging soon the Google Meet on that. You can ask the questions from this chapter. Whatever I have taught, it is the general feature and which is required for your 11th standard. So you may ask your query there also, and you may ask your query on my number also. Thank you.